Yes, 3 hours to go. We got this, right? Like, Hello besties, it is Keira. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we are standing in the exact same spot per usual for these kind of reading vlogs. And if you see that I'm wearing the same shirt as last week's video, no you didn't. No you did not. We are a multitasking queen. This week's reading vlog, we're gonna do one of those 24-hour reading challenges. So working somewhat full-time, girly, cannot do the whole reading for 24 hours straight. I would not function. We're gonna do one of those where we set a 24-hour timer. Every time I start reading, I will click the timer and we will read, and then once I stop reading I will stop the timer kind of situation. I'm starting this video a little bit early, like a day or two earlier than I usually start my reading vlogs, because I honestly don't know how long this is going to take me. I think Sarah Crowley just did this, so shout out to her. I am taking her video idea. Make sure to follow my socials down below, look at my Goodreads, my Amazon wishlist, stuff like that is linked down there if you want to check it out. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos by me. And let's just get right into it. Okay, so the first book we're going to start for this video that I will be reading for this 24-hour challenge is going to be Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles. So this is the first book in the Sparrow Fall series, and this series I feel like has been coming back around because of like new cover or whatever, which is really beautiful. It's on my TBR for the month, and I'm really trying to stick to my TBR. I don't know what page I'm on because I picked it up in my Kindle, but I'm probably around like 50 pages in, maybe more or less. Basically, this one is about a girl named Rhodes, I believe, and the prologue starts off with a very traumatic event that happens, and the book jumps to, I want to say like 14 years later or something like that, and she's coming back to the place that this event happened, and basically she's going to be fixing up her house that she grew up in. The male main character is going to be like the contractor or the guy that's also helping work on the house, and it happens to be her brother's best friend. He's a very grumpy, closed off guy, and you haven't like really learned too much into his like, past yet and why he's the way he is, but apparently Catherine Cowles writes a lot of like romantic suspense, so I feel like there's going to be some kind of mystery from either character's past that is going to come around. I started this book today, but I didn't start the timer, so we're going to be starting the timer like right now after I finish talking to you guys. That's all for me. I'm going to start the timer for the 24 hours, and let's see, first of all, how long it takes us to read 24 hours worth of reading. Let's see just how many books I can read in those span of 24 hours. So let's start the timer and start reading. I'm like have this like one beam of sun that's just on me and everybody else is dark. That's okay. Hello book besties, it is Keira. Time to check in real quick. So just finished our first book of the video and we're currently at 17 hours and 50 minutes. So I've read for what, like 6-7 hours, and I'm like, we still have 17 hours to go. I'm not really sure because I just finished it, but I wanted to update you guys. I'm thinking like maybe a 4.5. 4.25. I did not update you guys at all during this entire book because when I tell you I almost finished this book yesterday, like I just sat down and had time and just almost ate this entire thing up. It was so good. Sorry y'all, the sun was going in and out and it was really bothering me. This writing style was so captivating and just so bingeable. It was a lot more like of a romantic suspense. Like I felt like a lot of it was the like mystery aspect of it, which I did not suspect because I feel like most of the time when people write like romantic suspense, it's more about the romance and the suspense part, mystery part is only like a small thing here and there. I did not guess who it was going to be because I feel like there was so many moving parts in this book between everybody that like could have been the suspect or whatever. So I felt like it didn't make the relationship seem too like quick and like insta lovey or anything like that. I will say like at the beginning, Anson, the mailman character, I feel like he definitely voiced his attraction to Rhodes like a lot. She didn't do it as much, like didn't really say like he was attractive or all this, and then they kind of just out of nowhere were like, we can't fight this any longer, like this is a dangerous game, and I'm like, what do you talk about? I feel like it kind of felt like a little bit of out of left field. At the same time, they really didn't do anything like romantic at all until like literally halfway through the book, so like it was kind of like a slow burn because both of them just have so much going on. And you know what this is? This is an emotional romance, which means Keira's gonna love it. They kind of trauma bonded, you know what I mean? Like they both really cared about each other and understood what each other went through and were able to kind of form a bond through all of that. I really like this author's writing style, but I feel that I think it could get like a little repetitive, you know what I mean? There was a lot more to this book than the two characters and the mystery. You're kind of getting hints at a lot of different characters, so I don't know if the whole series is going to take place with all the siblings. I'm not really sure yet because I haven't looked into it, but I will be continuing with the series. Yeah, overall really enjoyed it. Definitely recommend this book. That's my long spiel about how much I really liked this book. I'm thinking 4.5 the more I talked about it. So like I said, we have 17 hours and 50 minutes left, which is basically like 18 hours more reading. I'm not going to do any more reading tonight because I do have to start editing my video for Wednesday. I don't know what I want to read next. I'll probably read another romance. I feel like I'm in the romance mood. We got this. I will talk to you guys when I start my next book. Hey besties, what is going on? Yeah, we are currently 16 hours left, close to being halfway. I mean, it's still like 4 hours total halfway, but I actually picked up a book called Meet Me Halfway by Lillian T. James. So it is on my TBR for the month, and I don't know, I feel like I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw something about this being like a really good single mother romance. It's about this woman named Madison, and basically she got pregnant at 16, didn't go so well with the baby daddy, and then she got married, then got a divorce because apparently that wasn't going too well either. This woman, I swear, is working like 4 jobs at this point. She's trying to pay for a bunch of things, raise her kid, kind of all alone, and she just doesn't believe in love. She like just moved into this new place, and then she's also going to school. One night she's like listening to music, and apparently she lives in a duplex. The neighbor comes and leaves a note on her door being like, turn your music down, some people actually have to sleep. I'm thinking, I mean, it's kind of obvious now because I'm like 100 pages in. I think the romance is going to be between her and the neighbor, so we know his name is Garrett. He's kind of like this bad boy, and honestly at first he was really rude. So far, not too many interactions with them. I'm feeling like it's going to be more like a slower burn because again, we're 100 pages in and I think they've had like 2 or 3 like main interactions. I feel like it's focusing a lot more on like her life and balancing everything and like her friend and her kid, and not so much on the romance. I wish it was dual point of view because I just want to know about this man. I feel so bad for our female main character, Madison. She's just been like through so much, and I don't know, I feel like I don't want to say relating to her in a way, but I'm really like feeling for her. Wednesday is my day off and I just plan to sit and read all day. Hopefully I'll knock a few hours off that day. 16 hours to go, so I have so many more hours to go. All right, we got this. We got this. Hello besties, I don't know if I like this angle. I feel like I'm very overexposed. Just finished Meet Me Halfway by Lillian T. James, and I'm thinking a 4-star rating. I feel like, again, I didn't talk to you guys at all when reading this, but again, I literally just binged this book. Like, I sat down and I just could not stop reading it, could not put it down. I really enjoyed it. Like, I thought it could have been a bit higher than that, but like, it was a slow burn, but I felt like things definitely, I don't want to say like turned around pretty quickly, but 65-70% of the way through before they even really like started hinting at like having feelings for each other. And I just like loved Maddie's character so much, and she really just deserved everything that happened to her at the end of this book. Like, she really deserved just to be happy and content with life. She's just been through so much and had such a hard time just doing everything herself, and seeing her slowly let Garrett like help and just everybody around her help and take some pressure off of herself was really, really nice. I could physically feel like pain. Like, it was that gut-wrenching. I loved the kid. I loved how protective he was of his mom. I liked Garrett's character. I wish we got his point of view like so bad. Yeah, I'm debating if I want to buy the physical copy of this one. I'm not sure. I think I eventually will, because I really did enjoy it. 4 stars. Definitely recommend if you want like a strong-willed single mom romance that's kind of a slower burn. We have 11 hours, 37 minutes, and 19 seconds left, so I am well over halfway through, which I feel it didn't take that long. I'm surprised about that. I feel like it was pretty quick. I still have 17 hours to go. And I feel like this is really showing me, like, I know I can be a pretty fast reader, especially like romance books. We've already finished 2 books, which is crazy. I still think I want to read a romance, but I'm also like, I feel like I go for fantasy right now. I'm definitely gonna give myself a break for today. I'm not going to read. I will obviously talk to you guys when I start my new book, and hopefully we can get a big chunk of reading done tomorrow. I will talk to you guys at some point tomorrow, I'm sure. Hello besties! So, just wanted to give you guys a quick little update. Currently, we have 9 hours, 26 minutes, and 19 seconds left, which is crazy. The last couple hours, at least, have been like really fast. And I decided to start Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. It's a fantasy series, romantasy series. Basically, what I know of it, or like kind of the premise, is it's about this girl named, I think it's Dayam, I don't know how to pronounce her name. She lives in this like village which is like kind of really poor. She's a healer. Basically, her mom is also a healer, and she ends up like disappearing and is kind of just like figuring out like where she went. And apparently there's like these people called the Descended, and they're kind of like the royalty, I guess, of the world. I think she's going to heal somebody in the Descended of her area. I think there's like multiple people that are like royal descendants. I did hear that this was really recommended if you wanted like a slow burn. I don't even think they touch in this book from what people have said, or maybe they do like once, not really sure. And I just have a feeling I could really love this series. I'm currently on page 97. Thoughts so far, I'm liking it. I feel like, again, it's like a first book in a series, and it's like the first 100 pages. There is a lot of like info dumping, I feel, but I feel like I'm actually like really interested in the story. I'm gonna say I really don't like her friend, Henry or something. I don't like him. He seems a little sketch. We did meet who I think is going to be the love interest, who is the like prince of wherever she is. Lunos. He's giving like morally gray, I'll kill you, I don't care who you are type man. I'm so excited. They literally just like had like one interaction. I ate it up. I do have a bit of a headache. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but it's okay. We're gonna push through. I'm gonna continue reading this, and I will update you guys at some point. So besties, I just in fact woke up. You can probably tell. I just want to give you guys an update on Spark of the Everflame because I am in fact on page 207. I think I'm like 53% of the way through the book or something according to my Kindle. But we currently have 6 hours, 52 minutes, and 43 seconds left. And at least one of these books, I have to give a halfway check-in. I'm liking it. I'm really enjoying it. One thing I will say, which I thought was like just a little weird, my understanding was that it was supposed to be like a slow burn, and maybe I could see it. I think like 2 or 3 scenes with that character, but like in one of the last scenes, I guess they got like really close to each other. I don't remember if they were like considered touching. We'll see. I mean, I just wish we had his point of view. Yeah, I really, again, don't want to spoil too much. The female character has now joined a certain group, which involves her best friend, friends with benefits dude. I still don't like him, but I'm just waiting for the plot where she's gonna go help the king or some of the descendants in the castle or palace or whatever. She hasn't done that yet, and we're halfway through the book. I want more scenes with the morally gray prince man. So obviously, it's the first book in a 4-book series, so I'm not gonna get everything I want in this first book. Let's knock off lots of time with this timer. Besties, we are back and we finished another book. I'm sorry about the lighting. We have 3 hours, 24 minutes and 54 seconds left. I might be able to finish this tomorrow. Finally, it's almost been a week. Finished Spark of the Everflame. I think I'm gonna settle on a 4-star. I really did like a lot of things about this book. I think the plot is very interesting. I think the, not classes of people, but like, you know, like the mortals and the descendants, I feel like the difference between them and just all like the laws and hatred and history between them, I think is very, very interesting. There were just a few things that I didn't really like. I did see a lot of people saying that this female main character was kind of stupid, and she kind of was. Honestly, some of the things that she was doing and decisions I was making, like, girl, like, what are you doing? And then I did not like her best friend. Henry, he is a huge part of the story, or was a very prominent character in this book, and there's just something that's off about him and I don't like. Luther, Prince Luther, I think that's how you pronounce it. I think, not to spoil anything, but I think he might be the main love interest. It was advertised to me that it was supposed to be like a slow burn, and to me, if this is like a 4-book series, they're not even gonna kiss in the first book or anything, or have any kind of engagement like that in the first book. They had a romantic moment, I will say. In this book, I did not see it coming. Every scene in this book, I will say, that had Diane and Luther, I was smiling. I was so giddy, like literally people probably thought I was insane, because I was sitting here and I was just like, I wish we had his point of view so bad, because I wanted to see the descendants and I wanted to see what was going on that other side. Like, I wanted that other plot of him and his thoughts and the plans and just like what was going on when the female main character was over in her like village. Like, I wanted to know that other side, but alas, we did not get that. But we got a bonus scene in this book from his point of view. Down bad. The last 100 pages also felt just kind of all over the place. Like, I just feel like a lot of unnecessary things were being thrown left and right at me. I couldn't keep up. I mean, the ends of fantasy books are always just insane. So the last 100 pages, like, nobody's safe. Everything that you thought was correct is actually not. Like, it's mayhem. But I overall did really enjoy it, so I am gonna give it a 4-star, like I said. And somehow, that is the 3rd book that we finished for this video. Definitely recommend this. So, like I said, we have 3 hours and 24 minutes left. I'm feeling it, guys. I'm gonna chill the rest of the night, kind of like think what I'm in the mood for. Talk to you guys later. Hey besties, so it is the next day. I finished this challenge yesterday or last night. I'm not built for 24-hour readathons. I forgot to turn on the timer a lot of the time. I got really tired, got a lot of headaches, and I don't plan on doing this again. At least for a very long time. I did learn that I do read actually pretty fast. Like, quickly just going over the books once again, and we'll wrap up this video. Start off reading Fragile Sanctuary. I'm pretty sure I was a little bit into this book at the start of this, and I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Loved it, loved the mystery, loved the emotionalness of the romance. I really loved both characters separately, and you could see how much Anson really cared for our female main character, Rhodes, and it was just really sweet. And I'll wait to continue with the series. Then I read Meet Me Halfway by Lillian T. James, I think it is, and really enjoyed this one as well. Gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Just a really good, like, single mom romance. I just really felt for our female main character, and I really liked that she finally, like, let someone in and help her kid. It was really sweet. I just wish we got his point of view, and it was like a slow burn, but I wish it was like more of like a slow burn. I feel like a lot more of my thoughts were in the clip after I finished it. So gave this 4 to 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. I think it was a solid way to like start and set up a series. Female main character was a little stupid at some points and dumb in like the decisions she was making. I was really interested in the plot, really liked the writing style and the world. Really liked Luther, the prince, who I think is gonna be the love interest, and I'm very excited to just see where this series goes. I feel like the ending was a really good setup for the next book and just really made me like want to pick it up like immediately. I wish it was one of those books that was dual point of view because I wanted to know more about like Prince Luther and how he lives and the politics and all of that stuff of his side. And then this last book, I believe I made it up to like 58% or something before the timer went off, and it's Ever Mine by Laura Pavlov. So the first one is Always Mine, and I read that I believe last month in February, and I really did enjoy it. I liked the writing style and I liked the world. So this is about the oldest sister, I believe, and I was really excited about this one because it was about like a hockey player and someone like that she used to like date in high school. Basically, like, she is a sports psychologist, I think is what it is. Basically, the guy Hawk, he's had like a rough last couple of games of the season, and his coach was like, look, like, you need to get back on your game, so we're gonna send you to this psychologist to try to work out your problems and then come back and everything will be fine. And he ends up being like, yeah, I only want to work with this one woman, and it happens to be childhood sweetheart. It was very like insta like everything. Like, I know they had a past, so like seeing each other once again is really, really hard, and there's gonna be a lot of old feelings and stuff like that, but it was just a little too quick for me. I wanted it to be like more slower. I don't know what it is this month. I'm really much in my small town romance era. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Shout out Sarah Crowley once again for giving me this video idea. Make sure to follow all my socials down below. Look my goodreads, my Amazon wishes, stuff like that. Something down there if you want to check it out. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos from me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!